Hey guys, I'm Mono. Throughout the last couple of weeks, I've been making videos going over each map, talking about tactics, key areas to try and control, and so on. But there's a lot of strategies that I use when playing Hell Let Loose that I haven't really touched upon in any video, and they can be applied on pretty much every single map. So in this video, I'll be going over some advanced tactics that veteran squad leaders use to absolutely wreck the enemy team. I'll be using Strat Sketch a lot in this video because most of the advice can be better explained by using the map. If you enjoyed this video, then please check out my Hell Let Loose guide playlist. It's probably the most comprehensive resource of guides and tips video that you'll find on the game, so check it out. And if you want to catch me live, then follow me on Twitch at monoespacial_YT. I always squad up with viewers, with subs, and other streamers, so definitely check that out as well because it's a ton of fun. Alright, let's start off by talking about garrison placement because it's the single most fundamental aspect of the game. Angles of attacks, flanks, whether a position is strong or weak, each team's momentum, it is all defined by the existence of garrisons and OPs. A team or a squad cannot have a sustained presence anywhere in the map if they cannot spawn on it. So first thing you need to think about is to try and figure out where the enemy garrisons and OPs are located at. So whenever you see an enemy running, think about where he's running from. You know, try and figure out where he spawned and where he's going, because that's going to inform you where those garrisons are, where those spawn points are, and that's going to enable you to attack them and therefore delete an enemy's presence from a certain part of the map. So let's take a look here at Saint-Marie. At the start of the game, this is the neutral region that I'm marking here in gray. The Germans are going to build a garrison 99% of the time somewhere around here, because if the top point hospice is the one that you get, because the supply truck, which spawns mid, is gonna go somewhere like this. I believe it spawns mid, I'm pretty sure. If it spawns north or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's gonna go here, and that's gonna be the closest garrison location that the Germans can build to sustain an attack on hospice. The other location that's really good actually is, it's right this area right there. But that's going to be, you know, it's going to be tougher for the truck to get there faster. So that's going to be, the first area is going to be the key area here. And same goes for the Allied. They are going to build a garrison maybe here or somewhere around this area. That's going to happen. And this line of thought, you can extrapolate this to pretty much every single map, right? If the strong point is, if the middle point you get is going to be Saint-Marie, then the Allied point will be here. The Allied garrison will be there, and the German garrison will be somewhere around here. If it's checkpoint, the German garrison will be here, or it will be here, and the Allied garrison will be somewhere around Massondu Creek. That is going to happen in every single map, in every single game. Let's take a look at Carentan. It's the same thing. You have to figure out where the enemy is going to come from their HQ, and figure out, you know, they're going to build the garrison here if the middle point is town center, and the allies are going to build it around ruins, or they might build it here. There's also going to be possibly another German garrison here, especially if it's Canal Crossing. On the Allied side, it's going to be behind these houses, around this line, somewhere around there. There might be another garrison here at Customs. Train station, same thing. It's actually gonna be probably around this area or behind these houses right there. And on the German side, more often than not, it's like here or here. So thinking about these areas enables you to counterattack and take care of those garrisons and undermine an enemy's presence on the point. This is extremely important. So let's say the Germans, you're allied and you're playing Saint-Marie, Église or whatever. The Germans are going to be coming through here, you know, and the allies are going to be coming from over this side, over the north as well, maybe down south there. And this is going to be the main battle that 90% of the player base just runs towards and, takes part in. What you want to do is you want to be smarter than that, right? You want to be more effective than that. So one thing that I like doing, for example, as Allied, is going all the way down south, getting up there and taking out this garrison, because taking out this garrison is gonna eliminate, sooner or later, all of the forces that are pouring into the church. By taking away their garrison, you leave them only with their OPs, and then it's just, a matter of going back towards the point and just destroying those OPs from behind the enemy, and boom, the enemy is gone. This is the fundamental aspect of the game. This is like the core mechanic that everyone needs to learn, and what basically competitive players do, what veteran players do in order to destroy the enemy team. It's taking out their spawn points. That's the primary thing. The second thing is that I want to talk about is garrison placement in corners, because there's a very specific thing that happens when you get certain strong points. So let's say here in Saint-Marie, we get flag position, route to harass. By the way, the strong points are randomized each time you play a map. If you guys don't know that, that's, you might encounter, like, out of this 15, you're gonna get 6, and they're gonna be randomized. All right, so let's say we have this situation right here. These are the active sectors. Let's say this, and let's say whatever it is. All right, so these are the strong points that we got for our map. Placing a garrison, I'm going to use the orange now, placing a garrison right here or right there enables whoever placed that garrison to very quickly fall back. Let's say I'm Allied, fall back and attack route to harass and get my cap weight on. As soon as I enter this quadrant, I am capping route to harass. If I fall back, I'm falling back to defend Saint-Marie, Église right away. So having garrisons on corners of sectors like this enables a really fast tactical like advance or retreat that you can use to put the most amount of pressure, the most amount of time in the active sector. If you're attacking route to harass from Hospice, for example, you're gonna be running this way, or if you're attacking from Western Approach or something, you're gonna be running this way. All the time that you're not spending in an active sector, you're not really counting towards anything, actually. So let's say I'm attacking route to harass from Hospice. We have maybe a garrison around this area right here. Say we have a garrison that right there, and we use it to attack route to harass. This part, we're not doing anything. We're not defending Saint-Marie, and we are not attacking route. Obviously, that I'm talking only in the specifics of the strong point capture weight, basically, because obviously there are tactical implications. There are benefits to attacking through multiple of these lines, basically, and surrounding the enemy, making sure they're not breaking out to Saint-Marie from the south, making sure they're not breaking out on Hospice from the north to attack Saint-Marie from the north, and stuff like that. But I think you get my point in terms of this. The next topic that I want to touch upon is airheads and supplies, and they're used to build red zone garrisons. So red zone garrisons are obviously garrisons built on enemy territory, like this one right there. Now, we were playing, this is Utah, and this is offensive mode. It is extremely effective to drop an airhead and drop supplies where the airhead is dropping, like this location right there. We actually spawned there with an airhead, and I was able to build a garrison. Commander didn't drop supplies. I just got 2 supply guys to drop 50 each, so we could get the 100 that you need to build a garrison. And take a look at where that garrison is located. It's purposely located the furthest away from this defensive position from the Germans to make sure that the 100-meter radius does not block this attack garrison. And the genius about this garrison right here and this one right there also is that once we cap West Vierville, they will leave us in a great location to be able to attack rear battery, the location right here, which I forget what it's called, and we also have an attack garrison here to attack this location if it happens to be, you know, basically we are set up to attack any strong point configuration that we happen to get on the next point. And several of these supplies were actually dropped way back at the start of the game by the commander, because in offensive mode everyone's focusing on the front line. So if you drop supplies 3 or 2 sectors away from the front line behind the enemy team, chances are they won't get detected, and by the time you need them, the supplies are already there, which is obviously extremely effective. If you're looking at this video post update 10, post the release of the game, then offensive mode before used to have 2 strong points per sector, basically per column. Now it only has 1, but the general basics of what I'm saying obviously still apply. Another great way to build red zone garrisons is rotating roles, rotating your support dude. And this is something that every single veteran player in a squad will do no problem. You as a squad leader, if you need 100 supplies, you drop your OP, you tell someone to drop their supplies, then you kill them or they redeploy, they switch off support, somebody else goes support, they spawn, they drop their 50 supplies, boom, you have 100 supplies. You can build a red zone garrison in like under a minute if you do it right. It is extremely powerful, and it is also extremely difficult to get, you know, regular players to do this, because regular players do not like to die. They don't like redeploying because, you know, oh, so afterwards I'm gonna have a higher death count, or, you know, why should I redeploy? I'll just go fight, and when I die, then I switch off. No, because every single second that you can have that garrison open and available for your team, that goes way beyond in terms of helping your team than just a guy running to the front line looking to get killed. So rotating supply roles, or rotating basically any role, like engineer, like AT, you know, you can have an AT guy put down some mines, then you can have someone else spawn as AT and put down their mines, and so on and so forth. Rotating roles is extremely important, and you should do it. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that you can build a garrison inside a bunker as the Germans. It's not that hard to do. You just build a stage 2 bunker, then you plop the garrison inside of it, and then you finish building that bunker, and you will have a garrison completely encased with defenses, making it extremely hard to get destroyed. Now, that's maybe gonna change, maybe it's not gonna change. I can't tell the future, obviously. But yeah, the other advanced tactic that you guys should be aware of is replacing your OPs. When the enemy caps a sector, your OP gets destroyed if it was within that sector. So instead of waiting for it to get destroyed and then having to wait in order to be able to redeploy your OP, you should lift your OP, take it out of the, you know, dismantle it basically. That's gonna reset its cooldown. And as soon as you get the sector is capped by the enemy, that's when you drop your OP again, and you have it just instantly, and you can resume the attack straight away. Otherwise, and you see a lot of people doing this, you will lose your OP, and if your squad leader dies, then, you know, that's pretty much your attack needing to be reset completely from a garrison or whatever. And lastly, the last thing that I want to talk about is flanking. Flank everything all the time, in every single map, everywhere. It is the most powerful maneuver that you can do as a squad. But I'm gonna present you guys with a situation. Let's say that the Germans have capped all of this part of the map, and they are pushing towards, you know, our next defensive position, which happens to be, let's say, artillery battery. And the Germans are obviously pushing through here and through here. Let's say, you know, they've taken control of this area, they are wrecking our team, and, you know, it is extremely hard to fight back. And let's say, you know, their point, the middle strong point is hospice. So what a lot of people think that I mean when I say flank, or when you're talking about flanking in this game, is doing something like this. No, guys. This is flanking. That's what flanking actually is. So what you want to do here is use all the tools at your disposal in order to be able to do this. Because this flank is going to be way more effective. This like larger flank is going to be way more effective, and it's going to last longer than this small flank right here, because it's very easy for the enemy to detect this flank and shut it down from their own garrisons, spawn points, and whatever. They already have people close to your flank. However, if you do this, and what I like doing is building a garrison like around this area, just randomly, somewhere that's, you know, nobody would expect a garrison to be there, because that garrison's not going to get destroyed. And it's going to allow me, if I fail, to run from this position and not run from the HQ. So you build that garrison there, then you might build a garrison around, you know, right in the like sector border, for it to still be in your side. And then you want to build a red zone garrison also somewhere that nobody expects a red zone garrison to be, like somewhere around there, or somewhere, you know, around here, somewhere that is unexpected and that is far away. Because when your flank gets detected, the enemy is going to start pushing south, and if that garrison's too close, let's say you build a garrison right here, that garrison's going to get locked down, and, you know, it's going to be worse for your attack if that garrison gets locked down. So you want to do this, and then you want to very stealthily go from this garrison, you know, and attack again, flanking the enemy, taking down their garrisons, thinking about where their garrisons are probably located at, because if they have hospice, let me tell you, they probably have a garrison, you know, around maybe this area, or somewhere around here, but they definitely must have a garrison here, which is the one they used at the start of the game to cap hospice in the first place. So, you know, once you flank, this is a lot of lines, by the way. Once you flank this location successfully and put some pressure on hospice, the enemy is just gonna come from here and, you know, attack and flank you, basically. So you don't want to be stuck with that. You don't want to have that happen. So you first want to go like all around here and, you know, take out, find their back spawns, and get that, and then put some pressure on hospice. Because then, let's do this. Then you'll have maybe your OP behind them, you're attacking hospice like this. These guys that are attacking artillery battery are gonna have to fall back from whatever attack garrisons they have. Whatever attack garrisons they have around here, you know, and your team is gonna crush them from behind. Basically, you're gonna sandwich the enemy, and that's gonna be really, really effective. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully I explained these tactics in a way that makes sense, that is interesting, and that allows you guys to learn from my experiences in the game and, you know, basically be a better player. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Subscribe, give it a like, share it with other people. And as always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will catch you in the next one.